So, for some reason, there are a ton of people out there, and rightfully so, who like using a case on their Apple Watch. Now, I used to use a case on my Apple Watch, and this is an Apple Watch Series 4 that I think I've been using for about 2 to 3 years now. So, it's been a few years since I bought this Apple Watch. And what's very interesting is I've never put a screen protector on this case, no like case at all, nothing like that even close. And I want to go and show you all basically what it looks like as of this point. I've done the same video for my iPhones, but it's very interesting with Apple Watches because they are so common, they are so popular. I've never seen really anybody except a few people have a case on their Apple Watch. So let's go and see basically how it's been holding up. Now I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down. I don't think it's going to be that bad a condition, to be honest. If I go and kind of bring it straight into, basically, let me just come closer to the camera. The only thing I even remotely see is this little dent and a little scratch right there. Now, it's really not in that great of condition. So in a few years, you can probably see that if you bought the latest, Apple Watch, this is what your Apple Watch may end up looking like, which honestly is not as horrible of condition. So this Apple Watch originally came out, I think, in 2018. So it's not even the latest Apple Watch. So this gash happened recently. From what happened was, I was next to like a cement brick building and I scratched it a little bit. This scratch came in separately, but this scratch came in at that same time. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Again, it didn't like crack it, but it is kind of weird. But I just noticed it again now. Now, one thing I've noticed is it just gets a lot of scratches around the specific like bezel. The screen itself isn't as bad except for that scratch right there. Actually, it's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. The top portion doesn't look as bad as you may think either. The side, like if I just held it like this, you wouldn't have thought that it was like that bad of condition. But it's because I'm holding it at these angles that just kind of unflattering. You can tell those scratches are just massive right there. Now the side, I'll give you an example of the sides. The sides look pretty good overall. The bottom, the band looks fine. The button on the side looks perfectly fine as well. It just so happens that the screen is the one thing it just so happens that the screen is probably the one thing that doesn't really look that great. Now the top portion of the display, again, I don't know if you can tell over the camera, but there are some few little scratches right there and some other things, in between. Again, that happens because sometimes when you hit something against, very rarely do you hit, basically very rarely are you like putting the specific watch on top of the wall, you're hitting it right next to something, face first. It's usually at an angle, at least that's kind of what I'm seeing. So overall, I would probably tell you my Apple Watch, definitely not in the best condition of all time. But if you were somebody who was planning on getting like so many cases or you're worried about your Apple Watch breaking like in 1 second, that's not really going to be the case either. I feel like your Apple Watch is going to hold up fairly well. I am not careful with this watch at all. I treat it as if it's like a standard Casio, like I treat it like it's like some, regular watch. I don't baby it, and I don't think you should baby your watch either. And so far, it's held up very, very well. Like even the scratches that you're seeing may look bad, but for how long I've had this watch and for how not that well I take care of it, it's in pretty good condition from my understanding. So that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More important than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.